Hey, it's Tree from Tree Essentials, and today I wanted to talk about reclaiming our time and how that is essential on our hair growth journey. And yes, reclaiming our time, I'm talking about on our own personal development. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Reclaiming your time has so many different pieces and dynamics to it. First, I know we have our everyday life, but there are pieces where you really want to go into the joy within your heart, your creativity, and your space of being. And that is what I mean by reclaiming your time. There is always some type of responsibility we have to take care of in our life, but that does not mean that we are not able to accentuate our journey by expressing ourselves from creative modes and outlets. Reclaiming your time brings peace and ease in the body. Reclaiming your time allows you to live the life that you were truly meant to live. Now, we know people say YOLO, you only live once, but in actuality, there are life after death. Now, power is in life and death is in the power of the tongue. So depending on what happens and you do in this lifetime determines where we go into the next. So in our hair growth journey, you need to always express the beauty, the glow of the inner self for you to see the growth that you truly aspire for. And that's what I mean when I'm saying reclaiming your time. Yes, there's parts, chores, kids, work, all these other things, school, whatever you got going on, but making sure you are putting in time for the things you love is key. So do you like to sing? Do you like to dance? Do you like to do pottery? Do you like to jump rope? Do you like to jump rope? Do you like exercising? Do you like going to parks? Do you like grounding in nature? Like, what is your favorite thing that you like to do? That's reclaiming your time, and that is a revolution. If you know bell hooks said self-love is an act of revolution. Let me double check that quote. Bell hooks says self-care is not an act of self-indulgence, it is an act of self-preservation, and that is a form of political warfare. And when she's talking about that, she's talking about on women, and specifically African diaspora. There's so much that we have to do in our lives that take care of the family, do things, and always remember that in this world, at least that's like the last, but I'm starting to see us coming up first. But just note that that history, the repetitive of not taking care of yourself, that is reclaiming your time. Self-care, getting your baths, getting in your declarations, making sure you're doing things that you love. That's how you're gonna make your hair grow. You know, we have so many of our aunts, grandmas, our matriarchs that had issues happen, oh my goodness, in their life because they always had to take care and pour into others. And you cannot pour from an empty cup. You can't even pour from a half full cup, because if you pour the half out, then it's like half is gone and the other half is like, that's what I'm saying, recharging your battery over and over. And it says that God will give us our daily bread on a daily basis. So we have to stop trying to control every bit and piece and go with the flow of life. And especially in the times we live in now, it's a lot going on. Things seem a little unshaky and steady, but if you allow God to put that peace in your heart, then there's really nothing that can really get in your way at the end of the day, because Creator said He will give us our daily bread, which means He will give us the things that we need each and every day to move forward. And I truly believe in that, and I know that is the key in the way and purpose in life, is to allow God to be a part of your life and surrender. And when you start doing that, balance comes into your body. You start having feelings and acts of beautiful motion and appreciation for things in a different light. And your hair growth is going to love you just for the simple fact it's able to be in a relaxation state. Like, yes, there are things that may be up and down, and we are humans and there's so many emotions, but you are not to live out in the grievous moments. And it says in Ecclesiastes, there's a time for everything, a time for mourning, a time for joy, a time for laughter, a time for crying, a time for war, a time for peace, a time for growing, a time for dying, a time for everything. And that's the cycles of life, just like that is with our hair growth. And our hair growth is an awareness tool. It allows us to see what we've been dealing with and doing in our life at that moment in time, that will actually and truly determine and see basically how our health is at that time. Hair is growing 90% of the time in the anagen state. And so if you are not seeing the growth you are aspiring, it's starting to be brittle, lacking, there's probably some other things underlying that need to be addressed so you can get the actual homeostasis in the body. Homeostasis, all that means is just balance, finding that balance in your body. That's what you really need. That's what your heart aspires for. And God said, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. And that's part of reclaiming our time. Go and start doing things. I don't care if it's only 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. 15 minutes a day turns into about 30, an hour and a half for the week. And then you can add 30 minutes, and then 30 minutes turns into 4 hours, and you just did something 4 hours out of the whole week for yourself. You start congratulating yourself on little bits by bits, and just start looking at it as not a wanting, but an actual thing for self-preservation. And stop looking at it as just a wanting, but an act of self-preservation, and an act to show that you matter, because you really truly do. You are a beautiful masterpiece of the Creator, the Most High, meaning Jesus Christ. And when you put that into the surface and the space of everything, then nothing can truly tear you down in a way that the world tries to. At the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is, it says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind, and do not be conformed by this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. There's so much in the culture, especially right now. I don't know if you're watching the trials of Diddy and things, but the music is collapsing and things around. But that doesn't mean there's not beautiful music out there. There's not gorgeous things. There's not beautiful things in the industries and different places and spaces. And it just is a recreation time for you to get back what's truly mattering, which is your relationship with Christ, and as well the growth that you are seeking in your hair. It starts with reclaiming and embracing yourself. So really, truly, after you get off this video, go color, get on a coloring page, go write, do something that you enjoy for yourself. And with that being said, I again am Tree from Tree Essentials. I am a certified wellness specialist and as well an advanced natural hair consultant, and I can truly assist you in accelerating your hair growth journey in a really practical and accelerated manner. So with that being said, don't forget to click the link in my bio to book a consultation. But as well, I want you to go ahead and join my free community where you can get started kind of like ASAP, like right now, because I have so many cool pieces and content in there for me to assist you to starting to actually be an advocate for yourself on your growth journey. Yes, we have hairstylists. Yes, I'm a consultant. I help you too. But the only person who can really advocate for you is you. Children, they depend on you as well. But you showing self-reliance and self-efficacy inspires them to do the same. And with that being said, we are restoring our tree to grow essentially. And yes, our hair is a tree because we are like a plant. And we have the ability to plant seeds, inspire others, and inspire change. And with that, I truly look forward, and I'm honored to work with you, and I look forward to seeing you shortly. So you have a great day and or night whenever you are watching this, and I will see you. Bye.